Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update. So, we're going to have a very large hail threat for much of central Texas today, and the Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk of severe weather for much of central, east, and northeast and southeast Texas, western Louisiana, most of Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, extending up into Illinois in the yellow today. We have a marginal risk extending from South Texas and Louisiana up through Wisconsin in the dark green. And looking at today's tornado threat, thankfully tornadoes are not really going to be the biggest concern today, where we have a 2% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location across central northeast Texas through the southeastern corner and northwestern corner of Oklahoma and Louisiana, through western Arkansas, southern Missouri, and then another tornado threat in portions of south central through north central Illinois and southeastern Wisconsin, the two green areas today. So make sure you're on guard for a couple of isolated tornadoes if you live in these two green areas today. And especially be on guard because yesterday we had a low tornado threat across Oklahoma, and we saw a storm produce a large wedge violent tornado south of Oklahoma City that hit the town of Cole. So even though the tornado threat is marginal, you still need to be paying very close attention to it today. Looking at the wind threat, there's a 15% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour stronger within 25 miles of a location in this large yellow area today, covering most of Texas through most of Illinois. A 5% wind risk in the brown today, so make sure you're preparing for scattered damaging winds if you live in the yellow area, and isolated damaging winds if you live in the brown area today. And getting to the hail threat, I believe there is going to be a significant hail threat across central Texas and north central Texas, where the Storm Prediction Center has issued a 15% hatched area for hail for areas like San Antonio, Austin, Waco, and Dallas, Texas today. These hailstones are going to be likely getting to 2-inch in diameter or larger, Hennig or larger, from San Antonio through Austin, through Waco, through Dallas today. Anywhere in this yellow hatched area, I would recommend parking your cars in the garage today, as we do have a significant hail threat in this area today across central and north central Texas. We have a 15% chance of quarter-sized hail or larger within 25 miles of a location, extending through western Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, through central Illinois in the yellow, and a 5% hail risk in the brown today. Now, let's get to this future radar. Looking at the HRRR model, the 13Z run, the latest run, I'm going to show you why the hail threat is so significant today across central Texas. So, starting around 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time, we're going to see some storms developing across southeastern Texas near LaGrange and Giddings, and going into around noon. And this is when the large hail threat is going to start to materialize to the southeast of San Antonio near Gonzales. We could already be seeing large hail producing isolated supercells developing by noon today, and as we go into the afternoon, we're going to be seeing a cluster of supercells producing hail from south through southeast Texas, and another cluster of supercells developing in the Texas Hill Country by 2 o'clock. And also across southeastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas, south central Missouri, you got to watch out for some big hailers as well. Going into 3 o'clock, you could see a big hailer moving into southwestern Oklahoma, or southeastern Oklahoma into southwestern Arkansas. A lot of hailers across southeast Texas through like Bryan College Station, Huntsville, and more hailers in the Texas Hill Country by 3 o'clock. Going into 4 o'clock, we could be seeing a line of hailers just southeast of Dallas. So Dallas, you need to be watching out as well. Going into western Arkansas, Little Rock, you could be seeing a hailer around 4 to 6 o'clock this evening. Going into 5 o'clock, big hailer could be ongoing west of Little Rock, extending down through Texarkana, through southeast of Dallas, through Waco. Could be seeing a big hailer around 5 o'clock this evening with multiple hail producing storms across south central Texas. Going into 6 o'clock, we're going to be seeing a line of hail producing storms moving towards the Austin area in the hill country uh, near Temple and Waco. Going into 8 o'clock, we could be seeing a line of hail producing storms materializing in the eastern Texas hill country west of Austin. And then as we go into 8 and 9 o'clock, we could be seeing a very large hail moving into the Austin metro area by 9 o'clock this evening. Another hailer could be forming around San Antonio by 9 o'clock. And as we go into 10, 11 o'clock, this will more transition into a damaging wind threat as we see these storms move into a mesoscale convective system across southeast Texas and move through Houston around 2 a.m., bringing a damaging wind threat. Now, there's also going to be a flash flooding threat with these storms today, as the model has shown the storms training over the same areas across, especially southeast, northeast Texas, and Arkansas. So widespread rain totals of 1 to 3 inches are going to be likely across eastern half of Texas, much of Arkansas, southeast Missouri, but these isolated pockets where these supercells stall out could be seeing as much as 5 to 10 inches of rain. And wherever we get these isolated supercells to stall or train over the same areas, we could be dealing with very dangerous flooding in these isolated locations. So make sure you're on guard for that. And looking at the excessive flooding rainfall outlook for today, there's a slight risk of excessive flooding rainfall across East Texas, Southeast Oklahoma, Northwest Louisiana, most of Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, far southern Illinois. So make sure you're watching out for scattered flash flooding if you live in the slight risk today and a marginal risk extending all the way up into the Great Lakes area. So make sure you're preparing for a lot of very large hail if you live in central Texas from San Antonio through Dallas today, as I think there's a very significant threat for large hail today. Make sure you're parking your cars in the garage if you live in these areas today. Thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Stay safe. Have a wonderful day, my friends.